Welcome to another KillCo Whiskey Musings, where I realized about 15 minutes ago I haven't eaten since breakfast. That means this will be more fun, I think. This is KillCo Whiskey Musings, and it is time for some whiskey samples, particularly in this case, and bourbons, I think. Weeders. I think these are weeders. I hope these are weeders. Otherwise, the premise is just gone. But what are you having? I want to know. The world wants to know. The internet wants to know what you're doing. Like always, they're watching all the time. Today, you know what? Today, I need to start with something first because I realized earlier both of these are ridiculously high proof. I think they're both over 100. We have a Maker's Mark SE4-PR5 because they make it easy to remember, and a Larceny Barrel Proof A121. That one's a little easier to remember. Underpass Whiskey, hello. Welcome. Good evening or afternoon. Good night. Good morrow, sir. There's my starter. There it is. I'm going to have a little pour, and by little, I mean 2 sips, hopefully, of Eagle Rare. This is one of my personal favorites, and it's lower proof, so that's a good starting point. Barely tell it's in there. It's fine. That didn't sound right. Mike Franklin, good evening. 3 p.m. Well, good afternoon then, Donner Pass Whiskey. That's right. People from all over the globe, possibly on the other side of the country in this case, I assume. I hope you're all well. This is officially the stream that is the pregame of It's Bourbon Night, technically. Every week on Sunday, 1, we kick off the beginning of a new week in the best way possible by having a drink, and 2, by doing a stream before the stream I usually watch to have whiskey. Yes, that's right. That's right. So cheers to all of you. I hope you had an enjoyable weekend. It's not over yet. We still have a few hours to relax, unwind, and enjoy some whiskey in good company. Oh, that's lovely. It smells lovely. I'm still terrified I won't be able to get Eagle Rare at some point because I feel like I mentioned in one of the streams not long ago something called Heist on Netflix, where it was a midlife crisis of some gentleman who has plenty of money, and the Pappy Gate. And of course, they were throwing around boxes of Eagle Rare, and I was just like, please don't do that. Interesting to watch, but I had a certain twist to it. I won't get into it because it just bugs me. It really does. The whole thing bothered me. And of course, jacking up the price of a whiskey that doesn't help the industry at all. But I digress. I hope to have some whiskey and forget about whatever the hell I was talking about. I will talk about earlier today and some mistakes I've made already. I'm making more right now, sort of. Ah, that's nice. It really is. There's something different on the taste there. My whole body is not ready to do anything right now. It's because I had I said I'd made mistakes. Yeah. One of those mistakes was forgetting to take my pills this morning because I was on the road driving around and actually doing things at the time I was supposed to take them. And then when I got back home, of course, just didn't do it. Totally forgot. Happens. And I was wondering why I felt so weird earlier today and why I took a nap for 3 hours again. Oh, when I had plenty of sleep last night, it's a mystery. I figured it out, though. On the good news, I did get to see a friend of mine this morning and his wife from out of town. and he'll be leaving tomorrow. This was like the only chance I got to see them. So worth it. Worth going out and making small mistakes anyway. But I did figure out what to give him. If you haven't been watching, what have you been doing? Probably anything else. Anyway, I was trying to figure out what to give my friend who's not quite into whiskey in the same way I am. But I had to try to decide what to give him as a newish whiskey person. He seems to like bourbons. I've given him some 45% stuff, which he's enjoyed. I gave him a hitter, as it were, that I hope he'll like. But again, he's not used to drinking high proof things. So I backed up. I took a step back and switched to something else. I gave him 3 samples of 40% Irish whiskey. Those samples were the Sexton, which is hiding over here somewhere. There is Sexton. Redbreast 12. And Green Spot. I find all of those enjoyable. All of those are 40%. And hopefully he'll like one of them. Preferably the Sexton, because I think that's the cheapest one available. The other 2 are less cheap. He's less likely to want to buy those when I tell him how much they are, I bet. Like the Redbreast is around 50. And the Green Spot is around 60 something or 70 even. So, but he doesn't know that yet. The 4th one, though, I gave him 4. He did seem to enjoy Maker's Mark 46. So what do? Of course, I have to give him the Maker's Mark 46 cast strength. And I had a sip of that last night, and even for a, I don't know what to call it. I can't say refined palate because that is not true. But even per my tastes, Maker's Mark cast strength 46 is a little hot, but still delicious. So hopefully he'll enjoy that with ice or water or something so you can actually drink it. Otherwise, it's going to seem like he's drinking lighter fuel. Something. Tell me what's in your glass, please, if you're here. And something else. My brain really doesn't want to work right now. I'm in a fog. It's great. But I'm okay for the most part. I did have a good breakfast. We had lovely breakfast. Not quite the way we intended, but we still had lovely breakfast. I had pancakes. Oh, Sunday morning pancakes. What's better? Sunday morning chocolate pancakes. Ooh, chocolate chip pancakes. This is a good starter. I found, with the samples anyway. Oh, I didn't do the thing. God damn it. No one's going to help me financially if they don't know they can. There we go. Cripes. Anyway, PayPal, Venmo. I have a patron thing. Granted, everyone has a Patreon on YouTube now, so. But if you want to support the channel, please do. It really helps. I cannot understate that. It's obscene that the type of help I've been getting and what it does. Gets me out of my apartment and stops making me feel so miserable, to say the least. Where was I? Oh, samples. There we go. Hey, I knew what I was talking about. I was trying to find out what to pour, and I believe I almost poured this one, something called Elmer T. Lee. This is a 90 proof. But I didn't, because I was supposed to compare that to something else, which I haven't opened yet, which I may do a video of this week. Maybe. Let's see. And then I have a few others that are really high proof. That's the real issue. I looked through a bunch of these bourbon samples and whiskey samples, and I was like, wait a minute. Everything here is over 50%. Oh, maybe this one. No, I have no idea what this one is. It doesn't say. But that is my problem at the moment. High proof. Very high proof. But that's a good problem to have, I think. Especially when you haven't eaten anything. Which one? The Elmer T. Lee? Oops. Elmer T. Lee. I assume that is. Because I don't know what it is about the name. It kind of... This is the... I'm thinking of E.H. Taylor. That's probably why. That ET Leo. That doesn't surprise me. I was supposed to compare this against something called Ancient Age, I believe, which is a bottle I have hiding under there. Those are the ones hiding below and back here behind me are the ones I need to do a review of still, which is a good thing. By the way, if you want to donate samples or a bottle, please get in touch with me via Instagram or my email, which is killco77@hotmail.com. Sorry, I don't know what just happened there. Advertising, my voice decided to pop in there. I apologize. But he has to show up. Otherwise, things aren't going to happen. I do have plenty of other samples, but they're all Scotch, basically. I think they are, actually. Come to think of it. Now I'm going to get confused and lost in my thoughts. That is not a Scotch. A lot of these I have over here. We have bourbon samples, and we have Scotch samples, and we have that's not supposed to be there. I don't have many Irish samples. I have plenty of Irish whiskey, though. That's another reason I gave my friends some Irish whiskey, because I have a whole lot of it, and I have a bad feeling that's going to be a theme in the future. If I have to do, I don't have to, but if I end up doing more reviews every single March, because St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to have too many bottles. But you can never have too many bottles. Yes, you can if you run out of room, and I only have this little corner, unless I somehow magically get lots of money. That's not going to happen. And build this up in a different way. I like how it looks right here, although lots of people don't know who those two are, but that's kind of the point. Part of it is that you're not supposed to really know who they are. They just look like they're having a lovely time. Hey, how you doing? Come here. I didn't have time to adjust. Yeah, it's better. Something about seeing the bottom of the picture drives me bonkers. We're seeing only part of the picture. That's okay. That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, Now, does anyone know about these? I have info that I can look up, which I will. I'll make myself mini-me myself. Mini-me myself. Wow, that was fun. The Maker's Mark SE4 PR5 and the Larceny Barrel Proof A121. I'm pretty much going in without a clue, or at least having an idea of what these are. And these always get very confusing to me because I can't keep track. I don't know if anyone else can keep track when you have such random numbers and letters strung together. I know they're supposed to have a meaning. I don't know even what they are. Either it means the time of year they were released or the month. It just confuses the hell out of me, to be perfectly clear. So like the SE4 PR5. I know it's supposed to mean something, but my brain just goes, why is it like that? Just call it something else. Oh, yeah. I've seen that happen. It's happened with me, believe it or not. That's not good. I was annoyed when that happened. That's kind of why I'm comparing them to an extent. Andrew, welcome. Ow. Still burns a little bit. But Larceny's always been kind of weird to me. So I'm going to be tentatively pouring. Again, I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. So drinking all of these too fast would be a mistake, at the very least. I hope to drink them all this evening, but not all of them at once because that'd be bad. So in this case, with, I don't know if they're unicorns, maybe. How am I going to do this? Hold on. Hold, please. I'm not going anywhere, but hold, please. That sounds like such an awful thing to say. Hold, please. Dude. I'm not going anywhere, dude. What I'm going to try to do real quickly is to let you all know and to technically let myself know because my memory is garbage. I'm going to try to find one of my videos that we're talking about. You said unicorns, and I don't have any unicorns. Believe me, there's no way I had any serious unicorns because one, can't afford it. Two, this was like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I have made a lot of videos and did a lot of streams over the past almost year, because I started officially doing videos in September 1st. September 1st, 2019, I said to myself, all right, I'm going to start doing this for realsies. So that anniversary is coming up. Do I know what I'm going to do? Absolutely not. Probably drink a lot of whiskey that day. Sounds good to me. Maybe have guests. I don't know. I don't know who's going to want to show up on my channel. But again, I'm kicking myself in the head for even saying that, considering some of the guests I've had over the past month and a half, 2 months, because it's been a little crazy. I kind of like it. I kind of hate it sometimes, but I kind of like it. I have been very fortunate with the first 4 guests I've had on my channel, and I'll see if I can get more. But again, it is summer. People have lives. People have families, obligations. So it's difficult. I'm not great at getting people to do things unless they want to. So that's my problem, is that if I'm not going to hassle you about it. I'll ask you 3 times, hey, you want to be on this channel? Want to do a hangout? Want to drink some damn whiskey? And I'm not going to go after you more than 3 times. After that, I'll just say, if you want to come on, just let me know. Bleh. End of conversation. All right. What am I doing? What are you doing, madman? This is farther back than I thought it was. What I'm talking about, while I try not to lose the point entirely, is I did a video, and it was one of the clickbaity bullshit ones. I don't know if it actually did well. I assume it didn't, because I have a wonderful outlook on life constantly. Where is it? Nope, interview. My 4 bourbon recommendations for 2019. 4, because why would I do 5? That's the actual number you're supposed to use. It looks like I need to update it for one. Oh, God. I don't want to click on this because I know how bad it is. But I will share it so you can look at it and see how bad it is. That feels like a weird thing to say. Oh, I gotta click on it to share the link. Don't you start playing, don't you start playing, don't you start playing, don't you? There we go. It's got 1 dislike. Booyah. Oh, thumb. Oh yeah, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Or like and whatever. You know what I mean. That's the word. That's the advertising part of me that I don't like particularly. But the only way to grow the channel is to ask for assistance from the community. Because it's really, here's the secret, it's you guys that help build the channel. I only make the content. People have to actually enjoy the content and share the content and all that utter madness. But here we are. For your viewing pleasure, the whiskey I'm talking about is Henry McKenna 10. Was on my list in this little video. I haven't seen a bottle ever since, pretty much. I believe I bought 2 early on, and I really enjoyed it. So I said, yeah, this is one of my top bourbons of 2019. And then they disappeared from the face of the earth. Or at least they're harder to find. Lurk away, Jim. Lurk away. Do your thing. Thank you for being here in lurking mode. I finished my Eagle Rare. That means we get to switch up to the good stuff, or at least the hopefully enjoyable stuff. Here we are. And we're starting with Maker's Mark SE4-PR5. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't remember what the hell that means. We'll hopefully find out. I believe it has something to do with being bottled maybe at the end of last year. It feels right. Probably is wrong. It's okay. So here we are. I'll try to remember to do all the things I'm supposed to do when having a whiskey stream and talking about whiskey stuff and just generally drinking whiskey, because I'm a professional. Brian Toner. I don't know why I saw Tanner there for a second. Brian Toner. I don't remember, honestly. I didn't think it did. Funk is usually not something I get off bourbons very often. So I will say I don't think so. But it also has been quite a while since it had it. And most importantly, as some of you will know, those were single barrel pick type things. So the weird little thing that happened in my whiskey journey lifetime is Henry McKenna 10 won an award. in California or something for being super good. And then everyone freaked out and decided to start buying them up and jacking up the prices because liquor stores heard the same thing. And they're, single. So the one that was picked was a specific barrel, a specific number, kind of like this. It's like saying Larceny Barrel Proof A121 won an award and then trying a different Larceny Barrel Proof that's not A21. It's something else. If that makes sense. I don't think that has anything to do with barrels, but you know what I mean. Basically, everything got generalized. The Henry McKenna 10 thing. I think. I have a horrible memory, by the way. Oh, my everything hurts. Yes. There's variations. Heaven Hill Folk. I did too. That's why I recommended it. It was actually, and again, this is also when it was around $30, I believe. So that changed. And I did what little I could to participate in making it cost more. You're welcome. I didn't do a damn thing. That was going to happen anyway. So here we are. We'll start with the color of the whiskey. Look at that. That's nice. I like that. It makes me happy in my soul. This is the thing ADHD whiskey does, and really, it's kind of hypnotizing. You just, Oh, the other thing I gave my friend, which I didn't mention because if he'd been here a while, But I gave him a Glencairn, just a regular standard Glencairn. So hopefully he'll enjoy that. He might not make the trip because he is flying back to Missouri. But we'll hope it does make the trip and he'll be able to sip some of these whiskeys out of a proper glass. Shit! I did it again because I was in such a freaking weird headspace today. I keep meaning to bring in the Copita glass, the fancy glass I bought. And I defaulted to the usual Glencairn as I usually do. I think it's in a different spot as well. I think it's up high. I mean, we can. If that's true, I have no idea. I can blame Fred Minnick for getting me into whiskey. So yes, everything is his fault. All of this is his fault, and he should come on this channel and apologize. You all tell him that. Well, for what little good that'll do. Oh, he does? Okay, good. Then he knows it's his fault. I don't know if he takes credit for me getting into whiskey. I highly doubt it. But I did get to mention that at least on It's Bourbon Nights channel when I was on their show last Sunday, which seems like just yesterday. I feel like I was just freaking out about being on their show recently. We're talking days ago. And it's already been a freaking week. How does this keep happening? Granted, I have a feeling the whiskey is part of the problem. And the solution, as Homer Simpson would say. Alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. Yeah. Ouch. I was spinning this like crazy, wasn't I? Begin nosing technique. What the hell? Really? This is reminding me of Maker's 46, or like a French oak smell, which is this is really kind of weird. I've been getting used to that, I thought. It smells spicy. Hello. Make a flaming mo. Yes, indeed. I used to watch television in the 90s. Once upon a time. Yeah, it smells like a spicy version. How do I put this? The baking spices are kicked up quite a bit. I'm getting this French oak thing as well. Whiskey spear. That'd be a great idea. It would have to be smaller. Like you're out in public, you're feeling a little weird, you're kind of, and you take one of these out of your pocket and just do this. It looks like a baby rattle if I do it like that, but you know what I mean? Maybe a little version of these. Luna Aaron, hello. Oh, not tonight. Not tonight, Luna. Sunday, I typically try to drink bourbons because technically it's bourbon night. Today, we're trying some Weeders. I did give my friend some Irish whiskeys earlier today. Hopefully, he doesn't lose them. Hopefully, they make it on the trip. Hopefully this glass doesn't break. I'm not worried about it at all. Amy Bohm, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Yes, we are all here to enjoy some whiskey. And I am trying some weeders specifically for a reason. I had a larceny once upon a time. It doesn't feel like that long ago. It was probably last year, honestly. And it tasted really weird to me. But because it tasted that way, I equated it to what weeded bourbons taste like. I don't remember why. I also know I didn't particularly like it. But then I realized Maker's Mark is a weeded bourbon. So what the hell? What is it about larceny that's weirding me out? Oh. I don't know how I figured that one out, but hey, it's bourbon night because it's bourbon night. There's another YouTube channel that I was on last week. They celebrated their 5 years of doing this. It is literally called It's Bourbon Night. And they go live every Sunday at 8 p.m. my time. So it's probably much later for you. So you probably won't stay up to watch it. But they've been doing lots of content for quite a while. I got to be on their show. It was very, very nice of them. They have their own glassware, all that kind of stuff. Thus, it's bourbon night. It's just become a thing in my brain. Granted, every night can be bourbon night if you want. So let's have a sip of this. I've been just nosing it here. And as I said, it had a surprising French oakness to it. Or it reminded me of Maker's 46. Which I keep doing this when is it over here? Is it? Did I move it? Where'd it go? Hello. No, it's behind me, right there. I rearranged my bottles once again just to freak myself out. Yay. Oh my. It is spicy. I like it. Mmm. How hot. That is nice. It's a little too hot, but again, as I said earlier, I've only had a little bit of whiskey to start off, and I haven't really eaten since breakfast, so this can't go wrong. Mr. Whiskey Shits, hello. Welcome to the chaos. I said, let me entertain you. That was a mistake or something. That got stuck in my head all of a sudden. And for further info about my friend who's visiting from out of town, I did get to meet his son for the first time in person, which was an interesting experience because children of like the 1.5-year-old age are utter chaos all the time. Laundry night. Do it. Be a responsible adult. Have clean clothes. If anything, clean clothes is a plus. Or if you're really doing it right. The one thing I really enjoy about doing laundry is clean sheets. Oh, I love the clean sheets. Hate doing laundry. Love clean sheets. Whoa, everything just moved. Hello. All right. That's weird. I mean, clean clothes are nice too, but no, I mean, who's wearing clothes anymore? Well, actually, 2020 is over. People are wearing clothes now. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't think about that too much. But I have a feeling distinctly that in 2020, a lot of people are like, why bother with clothes? We're stuck inside. Yeah. One can only hope. Hachi. Okay, it's a little bit, it's toned down a little now, but the first sip was real hot. It has lots of spices to it. What do I usually get from Makers? There's quite a bit of cinnamon, actually. Granted, I never did the cinnamon challenge, and I never will, because why? Why would you do that? I swore I got a chocolate note. I'm not getting it now. It's drying my tongue out just a little bit. I'm enjoying it. And I'm still trying to figure out if I'm getting a French oak thing. And as I said earlier in the evening, earlier in the stream, I'm still not exactly sure what the hell all these numbers and letters on here mean. It's the sample I was given when I had the little meetup. Maker's Mark SE4-PR5. That's the problem. It's just SE4-PR5, and I just don't remember what that means. I'm fairly certain it means it was a 2020 release, but that's all I got. That's it. And it is very tasty. I like. Although it is reminding me of Maker's 46. So. Cool. It's definitely got that cinnamon bun thing going on. Really spicy, though. I have a feeling that's the proof, but that is all the baking spices. Not a lot of brown sugar, a huge amount. A little cinnamon. What else is there? There's a sweetness to it, and there's a tingliness to it, and then there's this dryness right near the end. I'm trying to figure out if there's vanilla in here as well. As I've done lots of whiskeys and lots of videos, there is a set standard of things I feel like I'm going to find in bourbons. So I always try to go over those first, see if I'm actually getting those. They don't always pop out. The worst one is running into baking spices and then trying to narrow it down from there. I have yet to find a good method other than using little spreadsheets and using other official web pages, although sometimes their nosing and tasting notes are not great. They're similar to mine in some ways, where it's baking spices, sweet, vanilla, or smooth finish, or smooth, long finish. You know. Oh, God. No. Thank you for validating my brain there. That was nice to see. I'm not getting a huge butterscotch on it. And oddly enough, that has happened to me once. When I was at a Reen Tan's store, she gave me some kind of Irish whiskey, I think, and I nosed it. Instant butterscotch. It was incredible. I've never had that kind of note, like blow out of a glass, the way that did. This is certainly making me think of cinnamon rolls. So there's some vanilla, like the vanilla glaze. And I've said this many times because it happens many times with bourbons. Cinnamon roll. So cinnamon in it, vanilla glaze all on top of it. I don't want to say that bready bakey thing from it because that sounds weird, but weeded could be something in there. Caramel, that I can get. But I'm glad you said that because it validates why I was getting French oak smell off of this. I was starting to freak out a little. I was like, this reminded me of Maker's 46, and I don't know why. Oh, I picked out French oak by accident? Sweet. I like that. A glue note from bourbon, which is not too much to my taste. Get a lot with Buffalo Trace. Well, I like Buffalo Trace. No, I'm kidding. I don't. I'm finding I do tend to like certain Buffalo Trace products for whatever reason, which feels pretty bad. I don't want to be that guy, but here we are. Glue. Yeah, that's right. Right. Get that off some scotches as well. Or is that Band-Aid, or is that? I've had rubber cement on scotch, so yeah, it's a thing. I'm gonna go and try to find glue though. I know what glue smells like. I have a very distinct memory of Elmer's glue for some odd reason. Don't ask me why. I wasn't eating it. Leave me alone. Sheesh. There's a little yappy dog somewhere around here. I'm not getting glue personally, but I can there's something about it. I don't know why I'm doing this hand gesture, but there's something in there where I can understand where it would be some kind of Elmer glue thing. But it's not. I'm not really noticing it. It almost has something to do with the alcohol, is what it feels like when I'm doing this. Like Elmer's glue? Like the white stuff with the cow on the front? I don't know why there's a cow on the front. I could be wrong about that. Also, I keep forgetting you're not over on this side of the pond. So it might be called something else over there. Well, you might be meaning something else by saying glue. I feel like there's a cow in the glue. Because there is a cow in the glue. Great. I'm not losing my mind. I can only equate it to something to do with the alcohol. It could be something to do with the corn as well. That's pretty common in most bourbons. Liquid glue. UHU. Huh. Learning new things every day. This is why the global community of the Whiskey Tube world is amazing. You can learn so much. UHU liquid glue. I'll have to equate it to Elmer's glue. I don't know if it has a cow on it over there. Probably doesn't. Because marketing. Yeah, the only thing I can equate that to, from my perspective here, is something to do with the alcohol or possibly to do with the corn. And that's my best guess as far as dealing with bourbon tastes and being different to other people and other places. It's true. It's true. It's a possibility. I hope not. That would be a headline news issue. Glue factory dumps into Buffalo Trace by accident. They need another tragedy or some kind of horrible event happening or some kind of burglary. So all their whiskey can cost more. Yay. Ugh. Damn it. I was holding the glass too long. I was starting to warm up the bourbon. Yeah, that's all I got, Luna. That's my best guess. Is has something to do with the corn or the alcohol itself being kind of weird. Because I understand what you mean. That's the really torture part. I know what glue smells like. I have, most of us have pretty distinct memories of being in freaking elementary school and using that cheap white glue, knowing what it smells like, getting it all over your hands and peeling it off. So I get it, but it's not as prominent to me. It's not something that I would notice unless I was really looking for it. And even that, it could just be because of the specific whiskey at the moment for today, or because you said it. I wouldn't have noticed it otherwise. Congeners or carryovers from yeast bacteria, glue. Science. It's all science. If you think about it too much, whiskey science should be a thing more than it is. Distillation feels like a science, basically. All right, let's see if I can get into the nitty gritty of this without hurting myself, because I'm really good at this at the moment. Share the screen. Look for the right tab. Hope everything doesn't self-destruct. Badoop. Badop. Badee. Badop. Badoop. I've gone into tiny mode. Yes, I have. So here we are in 2020 release. So I did see that. Thankfully, it actually stuck in my brain. The second annual limited release from the Maker's Mark Wood Finish. This is the one we were talking about. And we mentioned that it was French oak, apparently. Tribute to one-of-a-kind vanilla and caramel taste note. They do that a lot. That's the one thing that kind of bugs me slightly. Is they're like every single bourbon ever. Vanilla and caramel notes. Yes, well, that is not, well, you're not wrong, as they say. My stomach's not happy about not having food. 2 state profiles utilized together. Exclusive expression will appear on shelves for a limited time only. Ask your local retail about your home, of course. Tasting notes. Aroma, heavy vanilla with spiced caramel. Taste butter pecan ice cream. I like that one. Vanilla with creamy butter notes, dry spice, and caramelized sweetness. Do you see what I'm implying here? Although it said butter notes, dry spice, and caramelized sweetness. All I said was freaking cinnamon rolls. I don't even know what butter pecan ice cream tastes like, being perfectly honest. Lunar, I know some places some places in the States take their yeast a little bit seriously. And in Scotland, I don't know. Scotland and Ireland, I'm not sure how concerned they are with their yeast strains, but it can get pretty intense over here sometimes. And I think that has to do with the craft beer boom that was going on, or maybe still going on. I have no idea. Butter pecan ice cream. Vanilla with creamy butter notes. I'm not getting a butter note. Butter note is something I get off Irish whiskey usually. Dry spice I can certainly understand, but it doesn't say which kind, so I assume it means cinnamon. Caramelized sweetness? Well, for me it's more vanilla cinnamon roll sweetness. But there we go. 2 staves, 1 great taste. While a 2019 limited release was a result of a single stave profile, RC6. Again, the way they label these. Took 2 stave profiles, SE4 XPR5, developed in partnership with independent stave company and ultimately utilizing together to achieve the preference balance of vanilla and caramel in our 2020 release. There's more than that. 18 months. Oh, I gotta actually read this. Each virgin American oak stave is seasoned outside for 18 months, 6 months longer than usual, and baked in a convection oven. These staves are added to a barrel of fully matured Maker's Mark at cast strength. The barrel is then aged for an additional period in our limestone cellar. The result is a bourbon that is wonderfully unique, yet unmistakably Maker's Mark. Well, if you say so. 10 years Maker's Mark 46. Well, here we go. Oh, I'm so glad there's like actual validation to what I was getting, because that was a little scary. Special year for the wood finishing series, marking a 10-year anniversary of the bourbon that started it all, Maker's Mark 46. Yeah! We begin with a barrel of fully matured Maker's Mark at cast strength, and then insert 10 seared virgin French oak staves, stave profile 46 into the barrel, and finish the bourbon for 9 additional weeks in our limestone cellar. Am I just going through this dumb stuff? I think I am. The full story. But 10 years of Maker's Mark 46. So that's good to know. I didn't know it was only around that long. It feels like something that was much longer. These full story things are freaking me out. The wood finish series. I keep slipping into making Maker's Mark 46. Bothering me. Again, it talks about the private select, wood finishing series 21. It starts with the finish. I like this picture though. Look at that. They just like, let's take these and put them in there and see what happens. Well, it worked. They're talking about the latest one. Damn it. But at least we got tasting notes. That's all I was looking for. But again, with going to main web pages, like the distillers' web pages, sometimes you get great tasting notes. Sometimes you get vanilla, caramel, spicy, dry, caramel, butter pecan ice cream. That's the good one right there. Butter pecan ice cream. Long, round, and dry. It's true. It's true, but also, what the hell? I want details. I want to hear more of a story and not default freaking bourbon notes. But, whatever. Good night, Luna. Thank you for being here. Yes, we're all bulldozing into the next week with a bunch of bourbon, thankfully. I want to go back to that comment from earlier that kind of made me feel better. Where is it? SE4 and PR5 are the staves used French oak and virgin toasted American oak. Ah, that's lovely. That would explain everything. And I was freaking out a little bit because I had no idea. I just went into this completely blind, as I always do, because I don't know, and just because. I was wondering why I was getting distinctive Maker's 46 notes off of this whiskey. But now we know why. Yay. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Serious tongue tingles. It's not the alcohol. Oh, there's the alcohol, though. Hello. Ow. It's delicious. I swear. Ah. Oh, I feel alive now. Ugh. It's probably a bad thing I feel like that after sipping some alcohol, but we're rolling with it. It's okay. It's Sunday. We're good. It's been a busy day. I don't usually get up at 8:30 in the morning or 7, whatever it was. And plus, I was on Cheech's show last night. If you don't know who Cheech is, well, there's a channel called Whiskey Knows. Look it up. It's in YouTube. Not Whiskey Knows. What am I talking about? Whiskey Encore. Everything starts with whiskey. Whiskey Encore. Whiskey Knows is another channel, which you can also check out on the YouTube. And Advertising Voice. Please remember to like and subscribe. And any donations here? Amy, are you still here? I was asking someone about something, and I don't know if I'm going to do that, but we'll see. I have moderators, but I don't want to put them on the spot ever. I was hoping to get one of the mods to do something tonight, but I haven't really decided if I'm going to do it yet. I've been dabbling with the idea of giving out samples. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Amy. Let me know if you're up for a giveaway. If not, that's perfectly fine. I don't want to put you on the spot. I also need to know how to get in touch with you. I realized that earlier today. I asked another mod of mine if they're up for it, but I think he's busy. I don't want to put you in a situation if you have other shit going on. Because I was just thinking about it. To be clear, not a must do, to be perfectly honest. Do I have Cheech's info? I have no idea. I was just there last night. Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Cool running. Cheers. Welcome. Yeah, I'll have to do that next time when Luna's here. Oh, wait. No, that'd be... No, never mind. I believe Luna, she said she's in Germany. So if by the time Cheech was going on, it might be morning there. I don't know. I can't keep track of all this madness. I need some kind of globe spinning time check thingy rather than having to look it up for every single person and every single point in the planet. I do know the funny bit, at least in my head, is when Scorch Down Under is going live in the morning. So if I see him early in the morning, for me, it's basically well past midnight because he's a madman. True. He's an Australian madman. Australian madman. I can't say madman in an Australian accent, apparently. All right. Finishing up the Makers. Maker's Mark SE4-PR5, which apparently did have French oak staves in it. So that is a very validating feeling for me. I often feel weird about doing tasting notes and doing this stuff because I feel like I'm grasping at straws often. Did he? I don't know. I was only there for 3 of them, I think. Yeah. If Cheech goes on early, so if Cheech ever shows up at 10 p.m., I will pop in and hang out for a bit. But after midnight-ish, it's kind of... After 2 hours of being on a stream, even if I'm not saying or doing much, my brain starts to shut down real quick. Because socialization still has a cost, even on the internet. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did go on for 5 hours, since typically he is a late night person anyway. But I was only there for a little bit. And again, I had to wake up early today to have breakfast with a friend of mine, and I gave him many whiskeys and a glass, which I can only hope will make it on the journey back, and hopefully not get destroyed by his young child, because that's also a possibility. One of the funnier things that happened this morning is, you know, those little cream things for your coffee? I don't know what to call them, but they're about this big. You open them and put them in your coffee. Well, his little child saw one. I was like, I'm going to eat that. And just bit into it and went, it's pretty funny. Children are amusing in their own weird way. Ouch. That hurts. You know what? Although tasty, the burn is noticeable going down. So I'll add a couple drops of water just to see what happens. I feel this is something that works better with scotch. I would never actually consider doing it. I would never. I'm thinking about it right now. But for the most part, I wouldn't think to add water to Irish whiskey. It feels like a much more common thing to do with scotch or friggin' some bourbons. Like high proof bourbon, I think about it occasionally. Oh, hi. That brought out some of the spiciness again. And a little bit caramel that time. Although I do know that I read that earlier. That smells nice. I added water. Oh. Added a rather surprising oak note in the middle. Or wood note at the very least. Oh, it's so good. Vegas 46 is so nice. I don't exactly understand what the French oak does, but I do know it's a very specific thing for me. That's why for this episode, or this stream at least, I poured some of this having no idea there was French oak in it and was like, wait a minute. Why does this smell like Vegas 46? What the hell is going on? Validation. I almost know what I'm doing. And for the record, I haven't heard anything from the world's top whiskey taster people. And I don't expect to. Mostly because I said, they asked a question. They asked, what is a surprising opinion you have on something, or on whiskey? And since I don't like having strong opinions, the only opinion I have, which I enforce on myself more than anything, is please drink responsibly. Don't overdo it. Because I did that for far too many of my younger days, and it caused a lot of problems due to mental health being all kinds of wonky. Good God. That's where you dip, man. At some point, you're just like, I'm done. Like, you saw me. I was fighting at the end of the almost 3 hours. I'm assuming I didn't win anything. That was the other thing. I realized I was just staying up late in the hopes that I'd win. It's like, man, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I don't care. I gotta sleep. Thank you, John. I'm doing my best. Or the best I can, anyway. I feel like at some point I'm going to have to do a later stream, but again, a lot of the time slots are filled. I'd like to do one, but also, that's often, here's the thing. The reason I do streams earlier is to get people in the mood, or get people to have a sip of something early, get people to stop and relax and enjoy the afternoon, work into the evening. Part of it is also, like I said a minute ago, please drink responsibly. And in my brain, as bad as it sounds, if I say it out loud, drinking earlier in the day is better than drinking later in the day, for me. So having a sip at around 6 p.m. and stopping at 10, we'll say, feels better to me, because then I go to sleep at midnight or later. No alcohol in my system, no weirdness with my sleep. Booyah. So that's part of it. Granted, drinking from 6 to 10 responsibly, like as you can see with this stream, I pour a little bit in the glass. Takes me like an hour to drink it. And that's with me talking. But even if I wasn't, it'd take a while. Yep, this is a good one. I like this one. Unfortunately, this is one of those ones I'm not going to be able to try again. But I'm glad I got to sample it. And it was nice to find out about the Maker's 46 10-year anniversary thing. I had no idea. I thought Maker's 46 was around for a lot longer. However, I've only been into whiskey for the past 4-ish years. Again, if you want to do me a solid, donations, PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, like, subscribe, and go back and watch all the content I've done. Like, just put it on loop, and you don't have to actually listen to it. It'd be nice if you did, but the initial stuff I did on this channel is disturbing. I mean, surprising, because it was never meant to be seen by anyone else but me. That was kind of the selling point early on. None of this was planned. Let's just say that. None of this was a plan. Unlike other channels, I think they went to this hoping to expand. For me, it's just accidental, I think. That's a nice word, accidental. Rolled into the whiskey world, was recording videos for my own sake so I could see if I liked whiskey at all later in life. And suddenly it's like, well, I could just make more videos. Suddenly I'm getting bottles and samples, financial support. This is a weird reality to be living, but I'm happy to do it. It really is very encouraging. And believe it or not, I need that in my head because there's a lot of negativity up there constantly. But if nothing else, I have a nice little positive spin on tonight because the Maker's 46 thing. And I had a feeling that was one of the things I could pick out is French oak because I've gotten it on other things before where they have French oak in them. I think it was Balcones, Texas whiskey. Mm. Don't know why I'm doing this. Yeah, for me at least, adding a few drops of water to the Maker's 46 helps. I can't explain it easily. I think birds are freaking out. I don't know if you can hear that. I think there's a tipping point for me with enjoyment. And I wonder if, like with peated scotch, if you've ever had peated scotch, I don't drink peated scotch very often because it's very fighty. It's not something I can drink without it being a distraction. I can't take a sip of peated scotch and be like, enjoyable. It's more like, oh yeah, that's the stuff sort of feeling. And it'll take well over an hour to drink, typically. And I think that's a similar thing with high proof bourbons. At a certain point for me, they just get kind of fighty. And they do kind of like that when I sip on them. Which is, interesting and good and enjoyable to an extent, but I have to take it down to a certain point where I can sip it and not have it go, I'm whiskey. If that makes sense. I think it does. Probably doesn't. All right. Next. I'm curious about the Larceny Barrel Proof. This will be the first time I've had it. So, first taste, first drink, first sample, first pour. First pour. I think I like that. My first pour of Larceny Barrel Proof A121. This is 114.8, I believe. Well, I've seen 119 in some spots, so I'm not sure which it is anymore. And the Larceny itself, I didn't particularly like a lot. When I first drank a whole bottle of it, not all at once, but I did a video of it. I don't remember when. I assume it was last year. I did drink the whole thing, but there was something about it, which I still can't place, that was weirding me out. And I just equated it with being a weeder, but then, of course, realized that Maker's Mark is a weeder. So what the hell is going on with Larceny? Let's find out, shall we? Okay, if you insist. Here we go. Oh, okay. Trying to make sure it's got an even pour here. I believe these are the 2-ounce ones. I'm never really certain. Could be 2.5 ounces for all I know. That'd be weird, but not surprising. Yeah, close enough. Mm-hmm. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. Here we go. There we are, folks. That looks a lot like the other one we just had. Beauty. I'm just going to do that to make myself dizzy. Something almost hypnotic. Wow, that stopped moving really fast. It's just me. Don't mind me. Getting lost in the glass as one does. Okay. We're off to a good start. I don't remember it smelling this way with larceny. And yes, I didn't use a clean glass. I don't like having that many glasses to clean. Although I do plan to do some other pairings at some point. I have to figure out a way to blind myself. As strange as that sounds to say out loud. But I'd like to do blind tastings. The problem is I live by myself. So unless viewers like you send samples to blind me with, I have to try to figure out other ways to do it. And that requires, if I were to put whiskey in sample glasses today, mark them somehow. That's the other problem. I don't have any colored markers or anything. Oh, that's right. I can just do... I have a label maker, and I can do ABC. And then I'll just have to fold up a piece of paper, not misplace the damn piece of paper, and put it aside, like put it next to me. And within a week, I will probably forget what they are. But if I don't, well, then I won't do it. But I have to figure out what to pour. And I can't pour any favorites. That's the thing. I have to pour something I'm not used to drinking constantly, or at least regularly in some extent. But what that would be, it has to be off theme as well. I could do Irish. That would be kind of difficult, actually. Maybe. They'd all have to look the same, too. There's little... I'm not great at remembering things, but it's weird little details that'll... I'll suddenly pick it up and be like, oh, that's that. I'm mulling it over. There was another one that... was it Adriana? Yeah, it was Adriana. She has this, like, spin table. It doesn't sound right, but she has a wooden table thing that spins around, and I would have to use 3 different Glencairns that all look the same, pour whatever I want into them. They would have to be generally the same color-ish, because that would be another giveaway. And then you just spin it, look away and spin it. And then, of course, it will have a label on the bottom in some way, shape, or form. Or there's got to be a way to do it where it's not on the glass. That's the one problem, because I can easily see myself doing this. Like, whiskey, and pouring it. And right about here, you can see the bottom of the glass, and so can I, because I'm looking at the screen here. Granted, I'm not technically looking at the screen when I'm sipping. I still don't want to have that accidentally happening where I see what it is when I'm trying to take a sip. So that's the only problem I have with that. So I have to figure something out. There's got to be something. Part of me doesn't really want to use a label maker. Part of me doesn't want to have to use paper. You can see why I haven't done this yet. I think a little too much about it and get kind of confused, to say the least. All right, larceny barrel proof doesn't smell like larceny to me, which is a good thing. The original larcenies I was not fond of. I have had that happen, Amy Bell. Usually it's while I'm on someone else's stream and I'm just like grabbing something and pouring it nonchalantly. And then I'll just be like, what am I drinking? What's happening? I don't know what's going on anymore. That means I'm having a good time, and also I should probably stop. That's just me. I've had that happen when I'm talking to my friend on the internet when we're playing games. I'll forget what I poured. It'll take a second. I'll figure it out because usually it's something within arm's reach. It tends to be a habit of mine. So anything within arm's reach here, you can tell I might be regularly pouring. Like this one. Actually, this one's not in arm's reach anymore, is it? Where'd it go? There it is. It is in arm's reach. Eagle Rare tends to be a favorite of mine these days. And again, as I mentioned earlier, there's a Netflix series thing called Heist. You could watch a man have a midlife crisis and decide he's going to steal from his job and sell it to people for money while doing steroids. Spoilers. But seeing them picking up boxes of Eagle Rare I was not happy about that. I don't need Eagle Rare to be harder to find or more expensive. Thank you very much. And I've said this numerous times, and I'm going to keep saying it because it bothers me so much. Pappygate was a white dude's midlife crisis because he couldn't play softball anymore. And he couldn't do, or he was doing steroids. I don't know, man. It's a weird one. Worth a watch just to see it. But when I've kind of hinted at that midlife crisis of privileged white dude who decided after not being able to play softball anymore because his wife said it's either softball or me, not a great start. He decides he's just going to steal from his workplace at Buffalo Trace and sell it for money, thinking he's being the good guy. You're stealing from your job. Don't do that. I can kind of understand that to an extent. He definitely should still be in jail. That was another thing. When I say privileged white dude, I mean literally privileged white dude who got a slap on the wrist. Granted, he was not actually the person who stole Pappygate stuff. That was another employee who stole a box of it or something, and he got caught. Or he got it got noticed. Cheech, we were just talking about you. All good things, I promise. And Amy, I did ask, but no, Amy or Cheech or any moderator, would anyone be up for keeping track of a giveaway? I haven't officially said I'm going to do one, but I'm mulling it over. Mulling or musing, no mulling. Wow. Whoa. You are free to say no, by the way. Do not think you have to do it because I asked. And perfectly fine. Oh, we're not doing it. Yeah? All right. I'm trying to think. The amount of people in here. All right. I'm going to have to go to this. I wanted to do these at 10 per entry, but I realized if you want to have more than one entry, it's encouraging to lower the price. So let's see if I can do this. I have this set up. I don't know if I can actually do it. Save this. Okay. Since the moderators are here and they're all full, Amy Bohm is being amazing as always. We will start a raffle for a sample pack for me. It's going to be a smaller sample pack this time because I have 3 It's Bourbon Night picks, which are things you cannot get, and I will send you samples of them. So let's see, where are they? Where are they? This is a very precious one to me. It's their match made in heaven. If you're interested in Bourbon Night. If not, well, don't worry about it. I can send you something else. This is Knob Creek. I actually have to send some of this to Adriana. And then, where's the other one? I did say there are 3. Oh, here we go. That's it. Yep. It's Bourbon Night's Elijah Craig. If it will focus. There it is. It's Elijah Craig pick. So that's 2. I need to put it back where I got it or else I'm going to get confused. And then their latest release, which I have, another one, Nulu, A Dame to Drink For. So I will say these 3, and then I'll throw in another bourbon that I like. Maybe, I'm trying to think what would be good. Well, I'll worry about it later. Depending on who wins and who gets in touch and all that. So that's an option now. If you want to donate $5 via the PayPal or the Venmo, $5 will get you an entry. And let Amy Bohm know how many entries you have done. Granted, if one person does it, well, guess what? That means I have saved nothing on shipping, basically. This larceny is interesting. I'm going to look up a little bit about it. Cheech, how did the giveaway go? I hear you went for a very long time last night. Good spice. The burn isn't as bad. That could just be because of having high-proof stuff. There's still something about it. Not a huge fan of. Only slightly, but it's there. I don't know what the hell that is, though. It's kind of oak forward, or at least the finish is. It's lingering, we'll say. It is really spicy. Like it's like, as we were saying earlier, what kind of spice is this? Oh, I know. It's I say this having no solid idea what it is, but it feels like clove or some kind of peppery, spicy baking spice thing. It's either clove or there's another one. I feel like there's at least two others that I can't think about half the time. Brown sugar isn't the one I'm thinking about because that's not exactly spicy. Cinnamon, maybe. People have said anise, but that's not the right one. That's more of a black licorice thing, I believe. And I'm not getting that at all. It's spicy, but baking spicy. And the smell is very similar. The smell and the taste seem almost identical. Like super spicy on the smell. And by spice, I'm talking baking spice. Whenever I say spice out loud, it feels like I'm talking about, hot wings. That's the spiciness that initially comes to mind. That is not what I mean. Ouch. I'll try to keep an eye on my phone now just in case. Uh-oh. Something happened already. Mike, let Amy know. Unless that was just a regular donation, which it can be, but let me know. Oh, that was a cheers. Mike, if you're still here. There you go. Mike is in for 2 entries. I should note this is for USA in general, because I can't I can't hand deliver out of the country. Keep that in mind. Julie L, hello, welcome. Everything moved, hello. Welcome to the show. Ooh, temperature went up a bit today. I'm going to look up more about this larceny because it's freaking me out a little bit. All I can tell you is it's baking spice heavy with notes of oak. And I don't think it was dry at the finish. I think it was spicy, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's spicy. Nope, it's sticking. Okay. Uh-oh. That's a new thing to say. Bourbon neophyte. Hello. That's what I was going to say. Nice to see you. This is a new thing I've never seen before in chat. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Okay. Cool. For those of you just arriving, we are doing a sample giveaway today. It is $5 for an entry, if you want. And I said thus far it's going to be It's Bourbon Night sample pack, except for one, because I like to give a sample pack of 4, and I only have 3 It's Bourbon Night options. And once again, that's the It's Bourbon Night Elijah Craig pick, their special Knob Creek pick from when they got married, so I've actually had it for well over a year, 2 years probably. And the latest one I got, Nulu, what's it called? A Dame to Kill For. Dame to Drink For, not Kill For. Dame to Drink For. So those 3, and then when you're the winner, you let me know what else you might like. In general, like I can rattle off a few. But I'm trying to think of like a 4th bourbon to add, and it's like this basic stuff I drink, Eagle Rare, Rare Breed, stuff like that. Anyway, $5 for each of those. If you're interested in winning a sample from me for hand delivery. Because as much as I like talking about the whiskey I'm talking about, I find it's more fun to share the whiskey. Granted, I know it's not the best idea for me to give away the It's Bourbon Night stuff because I'm never going to get that again. Ugh. And I don't want it to disappear just yet. Just yet. I'm trying to figure out if I have... Oh, yeah. This size? Yeah. They're going to be like this sample size, by the way. Just so we're clear. The ones I'm drinking out of right now are that sample size. And I believe these are actually like a solid pour. These are like 1.5 ounces. So you'll have a pour of it at the very least, and you can enjoy it. And as much as I like to give them away at this size, well, I would not have any of it left very quickly. So to be clear, they will be this size. Although I'm tempted to get these. Amy Bo, this is your fault now. I want to be a freaking scientist. I want to give away scientist samples. That's what those are. Oh, everything hurts. I'll try to keep an eye on my Venmo / everything else. But I'm not very good at it. Well, part of me is like, I'm not good at it because people don't give me money that often. Ugh, that felt good to say. So Mike's in for 2. That's it, man. 2. And it's both him. So if you're interested in trying these one-of-a-kind samples, which you can never have again because they're all gone, that's the lure I'm going with right now. You can't get them. I have them. Would you like some? And also, it's to celebrate the fact that last week I was on It's Bourbon Night's channel for their 5th year of doing the YouTube stuff. And I suppose I should mention that my 2nd year of doing the YouTube stuff will be coming up on September 1st. So look forward to that. While I panic and try to think about what the hell I'm going to do for that. Yay. Because it feels like it's far away. It really does. But it's the end of July. That means there's just August, and then suddenly it's September 1st. No pressure at all. None at all. Excuse me. All right, on to the whiskey. God damn it, I keep getting so distracted. Granted, I am talking about whiskey raffle giveaway stuff. But right now, I know who's going to win. So if you want to change that, let me know or / let Amy Bohm know. Because she is the one keeping track of all this madness. Because I don't even know how I would do that. I mean, I do know how I would do that, but I would also freak out a bit. Let's see here. I don't think this is talking specifically about this one. It's just talking about Larceny Barrel Proof overall, I believe. Granted, I don't look at these very much. I look at them a little bit. All right, here we go. So I have to actually see what I'm talking about here. Is it showing up on the screen? Have I been miniaturized? I have been miniaturized. Lovely. Here we go. Larceny Barrel Proof offers a new opportunity to experience our acclaimed weeded bourbon mash bill. Finish the sentence. In its pursuit from, excuse me, non-chill filtered and bottled at full barrel proof. I will say, I do enjoy the Larceny Barrel Proof better than the actual Larceny I've gotten before. There's something about it that was bugging me, and I'm not getting on this, thankfully. Released 3 times per year in January, May, and September. Ow, it burns. Each offering, oh, I'm alive, is a bold yet balanced special. Small batch bourbon, rich with depths and distinction, much like Larceny Small Batch and Old Fitzgerald Bottle and Bond. Larceny Barrel Proof is a welcome reminder of just how good wheated bourbons can be. I slipped into my announcer voice, I'm sorry. Proof varies by release, age 68 years old. How to enjoy. Tell me how to enjoy. I'm not going to click on that yet. Tell me what I need to know. Whiskey of the year, blah, 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 blah. Floats across the palate with stunning grace and subtlety. Its wheated mash bill, a delicate counterpoint to its formidable proof. Tasting notes. Color, dark sepia. What the hell is that? Aroma, toasted bread with maple and cinnamon. I like that. Is that what I'm getting? I don't think so. Hold on. Hold, please. Toasted bread. I can understand maple. Maple and cinnamon, definitely. More cinnamon for me than maple, but toasted bread, I'm not getting at all, though. Taste. Rich molasses coats the tongue with notes of fig and hazelnut. Fig? Really? Hazelnut? I like that. I like that. Like it a lot. It does coat the tongue quite a bit. So I can understand the rich molasses bit. Oh. I've never actually had a hazelnut. I've only had like hazelnut coffee, and I'm not a fan. Or hazelnut lattes, something like that. Fig. I'm not getting fig at all. I'm not getting any dried fruit. It's mostly just super spicy and a bit of oak. And that's it. Molasses I like. Maple and cinnamon I like. I can agree with those. Finish, nuanced flavor fades into lingering warmth. That doesn't explain anything. Ah! Thank you, Cheech. I was wondering if you'd be interested in these. Oh, here we go. We got the mash bill. I like this. 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. I don't know why I have to say malted barley, but I do. Larceny Barrel Proof offers bourbon fans an exciting opportunity to experience heaven-hill-weighted bourbon mash bill in much the same way as our master distiller and expert tasting team samples it in the Rick House. I got that. Nailed it. Bottled at full barrel strength, it showcases a truly bold character, richness, and depth of flavor from years of interaction with the barrel's charred and caramelized oak sugars. Oh, I'm okay now. A treat worth waiting for. Whiskey Advocate. Wheated bourbons have gained popularity among connoisseurs in recent years. Am I a connoisseur? I hope not. Heaven Hill's proprietary mash bill has twice as much wheat as other distilleries, producing even more of those soft and round. This is not soft or round. Round flavor is beloved in the style. The higher percentage of wheat is apparent in Whiskey Advocate's Whiskey of the Year review, which notes it begins with a flare of sweet baking aromas. True. Honey bun. Ah, that sounds good. Angel food cake. Oh, and apple pie a la mode. I can understand some of those. Angel food cake? What? No. That's like soft and vanilla-y and delicious, where this is spicy and kind of hot. Honey bun, I like the idea of. I'm not getting sweet notes, really. I mean, I am, sort of. It's a bourbon, but it's super spicy overall. Well, this is always so weird drinking whiskey. One, it's opening up because it's sitting in the glass. It's doing the thing. The alcohol is coming less. The spice is still there. Still tingles a little bit going down, but that might just be me because for those of you who don't know, for those of you who do not know, I have a thing runs in the family. Mine is the least bad, but I will get a burning sensation right here. Not exactly heartburn, not exactly what's it called, GERD, something like that. It's not severe. It's just noticeable for a little bit while I'm drinking whiskey. And then it goes away once the whiskey kicks in. Just so you know. TMI? Probably. larceny line of bourbon in the modern era of our historic wheated mash bill, known behind the scenes as our distillery as OFD, or Old Fitzgerald Distillery. The recipe bears the name of bourbon legend John E. Fitzgerald and his vaulted Old Fitzgerald brand, which was sold to famous whiskey man Pappy Van Winkle before being produced by Heaven Hill. Didn't know that. Today is the Fitzgerald's name and its reputation endures. Isn't this lovely? I love having all this info. Because I pretend here, key thing about my channel, I pretend? No. Phrasing. I don't pretend to know anything. There we go. For everything on here, it's just a matter of either being a type of person who can actually study and learn and keep that information properly, where with me, I won't do that. It just doesn't work that way for me. So I like to do what anyone would do when they have questions is Google it or actually go to the distiller's webpage in this case. January 8/21 was January of this year or last year. And the proof is 114.8. So this is the right one. I was getting weirded out thinking it was something else. Whiskey of the year for you. Oh, that's what it was. I was like, Old Fitzgerald, that sounds familiar. It's that bottle. Well, I will say, I'm not going to do it. But I distinctly remember larceny tasting very different. However, I am talking about the regular larceny that they release, not the barrel proof. And I wasn't a huge fan. I didn't really enjoy it. It tasted there's something seriously weird about it, which I was equating to wheated bourbons. But now that I've had Maker's Mark and larceny barrel proof, or the Maker's Mark, for those of you who weren't here earlier, SE4-PR5, which is very good. I like. They're kind of similar in their spiciness, but they're also not too aggressive. They're spicy at AF because the high proof, probably. All right, let's stop that. Go back to big mode so I'm not tiny anymore. Hello. I know you missed my face. No, you didn't. Go down to there we go. All right. We have a total of 4 entries, I believe. So you still have a chance of winning very easily. And these are rare, super rare samples, I promise. Super duper rare. Confirming both of those donations live. Amy Boehm, did you put into? You sneaky devil. Oh, or was that for something else? I can't keep track of what's what. I'm checking the things. James put in 2. Where's James? James, are you here? Do you want that to be in for the giveaway? Because it can be. But I'm happy that you want me to spend this on food or whiskey, because I can do that. I will definitely do that. So this today only. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. I always love getting donations that are just donations. That's mainly why this thing is going. But today we're doing the giveaway because I feel like it. And thankfully, the Amy Boehm is here being amazing and doing her thing. I will reiterate that these samples are super rare, super duper special, rare, amazing. You can't get them, is my point, unless you have them already. And that is the It's Bourbon Night plus a 4th, which is the mystery at the moment until we get in touch to whoever the winner is. I can let you know what is in my collection. If you want to sample anything, let me know. It can be whatever. But it's Bourbon Night's 3 bottles that I have. So it's their Elijah Craig pick, their very first Knob Creek pick, which is the one from their wedding. So super special. I don't pour it very often. 3 is the latest one, or one of the latest ones, the Nulu pick, Dame to Drink For, which I am enjoying. Yeah, but it's very high proof, just so we're clear. But they're all enjoyable. So those 3 are going to be in it. And then the 4th one, which we can discuss if you'd like. You can just say whatever, and I'll give you whatever. I will give you Elijah Craig. No, I won't. I won't do that. I would give you, what is the one I would probably just grab? I want it to be something interesting that you can't always get. I'm tempted to say Eagle Rare, but in my head, it feels like Eagle Rare is fairly simple to get. Oh, there's trouble. The mash bill. Thank you, sir. In Grand Biscuit. Okay. I'll pop that up. I will look at it later because if I do it now, I'm going to get distracted as I usually do. But I will open the Instagram on a tab, so I will actually look at it later. So Instagram's a pretty quick and easy way to get in touch with me. That's not English. Oh no, this is English. Son of a... Can't spell. There we go. Tab is open. We'll look at it later. Also, welcome, Stanley. Nice to see you as always. It'd be funny if you got it because you've given me so much. It'd feel great to give something back to you at some point. Lovely. But again, it's a showdown. It's a showdown. It's random. It's a raffle. It's a thing. And I am glad to see that more people are doubling up because I like that. I realize now after the first giveaway went well, but it was not a huge amount of donations. And I realized it's better for me to offer a lower one per raffle. So $5 for a raffle ticket. And a lot of people are going to double up and do 10 anyway. And I was doing it as $10 a raffle ticket because of costs and because I wasn't sure how many people would want to do it. So, oh, yes. Thank you, Brian. Hit the like button. The YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. You have been warned. They will come after you. I'm just giving you warning that it's just, I want you to be safe. So, this one, whichever you prefer. They only want you to interact. If you don't, they'll know. I promise they don't. They're always watching. They're watching right now. No pressure. And if you're new, please hit subscribe. You don't have to hit the bell, but just subscribe, damn it. But also hit the bell. And to those who are already subscribers, hit the bell. It helps. I try to put videos out on Wednesdays. Typically, I have a pretty good running with that so far. I have plenty of bottles to review behind me. Down here behind me. So I think I have enough to go through the rest of the year, but also you can get in touch with me through Instagram or via my email, which is killco77@hotmail.com. If you want to donate a bottle to the channel or send samples or send me a blind. I would like to get more blinds. I don't expect to, but I am trying to mull out a way to do blinds for myself. There are some options. I just really have to sit down and think about it. That's the problem at the moment. Well, I will say this larceny is very enjoyable. Again, a little spicy, a little hot, as I forget that I have to have some water. Big Vic, hello. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Whoa. Oh, man, that's a rough question. What's the favorite whiskey you have ever had and the favorite bottle you have now? Cool Runnings, I can answer that one pretty easily. My favorite Irish whiskey, that's actually a toss-up these days. Shoot. I will default to saying there are two of them at the moment. It's either Redbreast 12, although a strong runner-up, or at least they're kind of tied at the moment, is Green Spot. They're both pretty... granted, I will say Redbreast 12 because it's $50, which is still a lot. And while I really do enjoy Green Spot, it's around $70, and that's way outside my price range. The only reason I have a bottle is because it was a birthday bottle, and I plan to finish it before next July, and I will then get another bottle. And someday I'll get one of the fancy bottles. They have a wine finish weirdness, which I don't think I've tried. So that answers your question. As far as Amy Bohm's question, and to those of you just showing up, there is a giveaway going on, or a raffle, or I don't even know what to call it. Sample pack, an amazing sample pack, which you can only get here at the moment, unless someone else does the same thing and happens to have the same bottles, which they probably won't, because these are special barrel picks. Sure, from It's Bourbon Night. If I had thought this out, I would have had a picture up here instead of having to hold them up or talk about them. So it's the It's Bourbon Night Elijah Craig pick. It's the It's Bourbon Night Nulu pick, a dame to drink for. I keep saying, want to say kill for. And the third one is, what is the third one? Hold on. Oh, a very special bottle. Their Knob Creek pick, the first one they did. It is the bottle they did for their wedding, which was 2 years ago, and I still have it. It's very good if you like Knob Creek. It's hot, but it's good. And then a fourth one, which we can discuss when you win. I'm kind of undecided on what to put for that last one, since I only have 3 of the Bourbon Night bottles, but those 3 you cannot get. Cliff Smith, welcome. Always a pleasure to see you. I'm still stuck on this question. And if you're just getting here, Cliff, there's a giveaway going on for special samples, the It's Bourbon Night samples, and one other, which I haven't decided on yet. Blah. What's the favorite whiskey you have ever had? That I've ever had? And a favorite bottle you have now? A favorite bottle at the moment, which I think of instantly because it's a typical sipper, is what I started with tonight. I had the Eagle Rare, which I hate saying because it's Eagle Rare and there's a bunch of stuff going on with Eagle Rare in general for some people. But as far as a favorite whiskey I've ever had, that's rough because I've had so many samples over time. I can't even remember what half of them are. And I'm mostly talking about going out to bars, going out to other places, tasting events specifically. Those are the ones that come to mind. I'm thinking of Irene Tan's store as well, because you can go there and she'll give you 15 different samples of different things. Meetups to come later. If anyone's interested in that, again, KillCo77 at Hotmail. Ow. Or Instagram message me. I'm talking too fast. Favorite whiskey I've ever had? That is a rough question. I'm gonna muse on that for a bit. I'll try to come back to it. Don't let me forget. Oh, some that I really liked. I won't know if they're the favorite whiskeys I've ever had, but there's something that came to mind now that I'm thinking about it. There are some Compass Box picks. I believe I'm thinking of Compass Box Spice Tree or Old Spaniard. I can't remember which one it was, but those were really good. I enjoyed those. And again, that was thanks to Stanley Wagner Jr. He sent me those in December. They were delicious. I feel like there might be another one, but that's the one I got going at the moment. If something else pops to mind, I will let you know. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Yes, giveaway tonight. 3 It's Bourbon Night pick samples and an extra from KillCo. Every $5 entry, please tag me with the number of entries. Again, you cannot get them anywhere but here. Or if you happen to know it's Bourbon Night and they have extra bottles, which I kind of doubt. I'm fairly certain their Knob Creek Mash Made in Heaven is gone for good for most people. So I have to give a sample to Adriana. Wow, my brain just stopped for a moment. Chi-Chi going live tonight? I have no idea what's going on. Ever. That's fine. I've been out and about this morning, and I did take a nap. I'm having one of those days where my brain and my body are just like, they're fighting each other. And again, I forgot to take my medication earlier. Yay. I took it, but a hell of a lot later than I was supposed to. So I'm sure this alcohol will help. Yay. The legendary Whiskey Yoda's here. Donald Rants. Hello. Ugh. That hurts. It's good, though. And for those of you who didn't show up till recently, we have had 2 samples tonight with the Maker's Mark SE4-PR5. I enjoyed it. It's got a bit of a Maker's 46 kick to it, it seems. And Larceny Barrel Proof A121, which doesn't taste like the Larceny I got last year. Like the basic Larceny is the only one I've ever had. So that was a nice change of pace. Doesn't taste anything like the Larceny bottle I had before. That I remember. So there's that. Sugar Kitty, hello. Catnaps are good, but it was not a good catnap. I think I was tossing and turning quite a bit for well over an hour. It was one of those. I knew I needed to lie down. I knew I needed more sleep, but my brain and body were just kind of going, no, screw you. You don't get to get any rest. You're going to have a restless sleep. Yeah, Jim Morris, there are people here. Causing trouble? I mean, donating. I mean, raffling. Waffling? Where did this come from? Oh, wait, that's the Robin Hood song. That always shows up eventually after I've been drinking. It seems. I don't know if that's true, but it sure as hell seems whenever I'm doing a stream, at least once, Robin Hood theme song pops into my brain for no reason at all. It's rather annoying, but funny. So nice that everyone's seeing each other. Hello, 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 hello. Greetings, mortals, as I sometimes say for no reason. That's good. Well, you know what? I'll grab the bottles just so people can see them. Hold on, so I don't have to turn around. Ow! I'm really talking up the. Oh, there we go. Is it? Yeah. It's almost halfway gone. Sorry, Clang. Sorry. Where's the other one? Yeah. Oh, right in front of my face. Oh, I'm going to keep these out just so I can show them off so people are interested in doing this. Sorry. Sample giveaway. First, a very special Knob Creek pick from its Bourbon Night. This is the one they had for their wedding. That's why it's called a Mash Made in Heaven. I don't know if this is going to want to show up. At a certain distance, I have to do this. But anyway, it has their signature on it and everything. It's them, I promise. A mash made in heaven. I believe that was one of their first, if not the first pick they ever did. And then the two others, which I have, this is their Elijah Craig pick, bourbon in the middle, as you can see. Their faces are on it. It's official. And this was at 40. This one's at 47%. This one is 60. I know it is. Yeah, it is. 60% for that one. Whoo! And then their Nulu pick, which I only got one of because I shouldn't have bought this one to begin with because money, but I wanted it. So I did, and that's a bad habit of mine. This is 59.2%. And again, Sarah looking wonderful, Chad looking mysterious. A dame to drink for. These will be the 3 samples, and then we can talk over what you'd like as a 4th, because I don't want to send just 3 samples. That doesn't feel right to me. I like sending 4. They're not going to be huge samples. They'll be samples. They'll be about this big. So I know that doesn't really give a reference. Because look, they're huge. Look how big those samples are. And then back here, it's like, oh, you tell. So those are the samples that are being waffled right now. And as always, I say, the more you donate, the better your chances of winning are. I especially like saying that on my channel. On other channels, I don't think they say that. But every once in a while, there's a gentleman who rolls into a stream, and you know who he is. Last name begins with B. He's a legend around here. He just comes in, he's like, I'm going to buy 10. I'm like, oh, all right. Haven't seen him in here in a while, but it's always a pleasure to see him on other streams because he is a madman, and he has a lot of work to do, I believe. His new job is a bit crazy. Oh, burns. I'm still mulling over what my favorite whiskey is. My favorite one that I had, even. Although Compass Box pretty much is a solid one. There's another one. I know there is. I really enjoyed the Compass Box Spaniard and Spice Tree, definitely. But what else? There are others I've had that they weren't my favorite, but they were interesting. I think I had a sample of the Redbreast 21. That was a surprise. Oh, here's another one, recent. But it's, again, this is one that I will never have ever again. The Aqua Vitae pour, which I had for my birthday. North Star Spica, 40-year, 44.8%. Holy moly. Delish. Booker's 30th. Oh. So I don't think I know I haven't had that. But I know there's a Booker that I'm looking for. Technically, it's the Booker's Kathleen's batch, which... sentimental value, not because I remember how it tastes, because I don't. So I do have a Booker's in there, but the funny part is I don't remember how it tasted at all, which is part of why I want to get it and part of the sentimental value. The sentimental value sucks, but I like to have it for that reason and that reason alone. Not because I remember what it tasted like, because I didn't taste it at all. I drank it, don't know what it tasted like. I was in a bad mindset that day. I just wanted something strong. All right, here's the thing. I'm going to cut off donations in 5 minutes. 5. Because we got 10 minutes to figure out the giveaway. And then we can all hop over to It's Bourbon Nights channel. And you let them know that I sent you. If you want. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. But I think it's funny for people from my stream to pop over there and be like, "Hi, KillCo sent us." Yay. Oh god, the freaking song was in my head. Oh, was that last night? I was getting confused. I'm like, Cheech is going what to where? I was definitely on that stream last night. So I remember it happening, sort of, mostly. So I got tired at the end. I think the odds are pretty good right now. I feel like there's less than 10 entries. So good luck to all of you. Because it is very easy to win these very special samples, which no one can ever get again. Probably. I don't think I may give away more in the future, but I don't want to run out of this stuff. That's the kicker. There's a weird feeling when you have a whiskey and you know you cannot get it again. And you just can't. And that's the feeling I'm having right now. It's like I want to give these away because they're special bottles, but also part of me is terrified because they're special bottles. SG Flying High, hello. Welcome. Also, there's a giveaway, just so you know. $5 will get you an entry, and it's very special. It's Bourbon Night picks, which you can never get again. Hold on. Do I have a link? I don't even know how to do that. Oh, here we go. I have to put on my earphones. Sample's ending in about 3 minutes. So we're clear. Thank you, Stanley. It should be going through. I will get my headphones on. Gotta see what's going on here. Oh gosh. Cliff, I don't think I have. That's the one that Daniel likes, right? The original Longmorn 16. I know he's talked about it, but I don't think I've ever had it because it's just something that hasn't crossed my path officially. Oh, officially. Oh, wow, it feels weird. Putting earphones in at the end of the stream, freaking me out. 2 minutes left in the giveaway. Oh, I would also explain it. I don't have it set up. There we go. No, it's still weird. I hope that link works. I'm not used to having to invite guests on the fly, but it's okay. The giveaway will be coming to a close soon. So soon. Minute and a half. Oh, nice. Nice. That should be good. I look forward to that one. That's one that, if Daniel's talking it up, I can only wonder, basically. I can't tell if I actually plugged in my earphones properly. I think I did. I did. There we go. I wouldn't be able to hear that otherwise. Which one of these two do I prefer, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. I think I like the Maker's Mark better. Larceny is pretty good, but I already had a default. I enjoy Maker's Mark high proof stuff, so that's no surprise that I like that one. 30 seconds until this giveaway ends. And unlike other channels, I will just end it. Unless it's a huge donation, then I'll have to not do that. But otherwise, 30 seconds. That's all over. And Stanley, the link has been sent. Should you need it, which I assume you do. Via the Instagram, of course. But it's unfortunate that these just can't be gotten anymore. Gotten? You can't have them. The Maker's Mark. Well, you could. SE4-PR5? PR5. Otherwise, much like many other things, these are impossible to get. There's trouble. What are you doing outside, man? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once the giveaway is over, but before then.
What's up, Brian?
What's going on?
So you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. So just real quick, I just want to tell everybody thanks for all the support while I've been gone. I'm not going to say I'm in a perfect situation, but I'm in a way better situation and ready to return to YouTube. I thought that since Brian knows what kind of stuff I go through, and we've had some talks and stuff before, that he should be the one that I come on and make this announcement. I'm returning to YouTube full time starting tomorrow. I have a couple videos that I'm working on the editing. I will put out a return video tomorrow, and then the other videos will come out later on in the week. One is a Hawaiian flight from Don Nishida. Another one is from Mag 57 Texas, whiskey guy. He sent me a whole Jim Beam lineup of other than Jim Beam, including Bookers, old granddads and stuff. So I'm working on that one. Ooh. And then I got some ideas I want to throw out there that I'll bring up on Livewire Whiskey if they'll let me come on tonight. So I am back. I'm not going to be back doing my own lives. Sorry, I'm outside of Costco. I'm not going to be back doing my own lives for a while, and I'm not going to be doing any giveaways where I give away anything because of the situation I put myself in before. I want to make sure I'm completely back in the right frame of mind and in the right situation to do so. So that'll all get figured out by the community. So I just want to jump on real quick and say thank you, Brian, for staying in touch with me, making sure everything's still cool, everything's okay, and to everybody else that has also the Livewire Whiskey, Cheech Artolino, all those guys. I'll bring up everybody else's names later on in Livewire or on my own video, but I just wanted to get on your show and be the first live thing I do coming back. And I've already promised Marty and some of these other guys I would do stuff with them too, so I still will do that. But we need to talk about that KillCo Swaggins thing. I think
yes, I got put in the back burner.
I think that is something I would like to really do.
All right, cool.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right. I also, just so you know, I do have another Bourbon Night sample to send you. Ooh. It is the the Four-Gate that I won.
Oh, nice.
From on Adriana's stream. Their Four-Gate bottle they just put out. I'm gonna take some samples out of it, keep a little bit for myself, and then distribute them over the next few months to people, to certain people, and then maybe give a couple
of friends
more
to people a guy.
Yeah, so yours will be on the way sometime later on in the week. I got to put some other samples together with some other things. And I just want to say, like I said, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you guys care. And I'm just going to get my pizza here at Costco and head on and have some bourbon on. I haven't drank since I left. I haven't drank at all. Ooh. So I'm starting with a brand new fresh palate, and I'm starting off with the 80 and 90 proofers, and working my way up. And I'm teaching my palate. I'm going to teach my palate this time instead of just burrowing through it. So yeah. So I'll talk to everybody later. Thanks a lot, Brian.
No problem. Have a good one.
All right. See you later, guys.
Bye. Well, wasn't that a nice surprise? Glad I ended like 5 minutes ago. But there you have it, folks. You heard it here first. Swagger is back. Dun, dun, dun. That wasn't planned or anything. That was just a on-the-fly thing. But it's good to hear. Good to know. I can take these off now. Amy Bohm, are you ready for the giveaway before I forget? Which I will do because I'm a professional. I don't want to do that. That'd be awful. It's like, bye, folks. Oh, raffle? What raffle? Let me know when you're ready, Amy Bohm. We got about 5 minutes left. I can go overtime, but I mean, granted, there are plenty of people already waiting at It's Bourbon Night's door, so I'm not too worried if we go over a little bit. 1 through 5. See, good odds. Good odds. Here's the question. If I ask my phone, do I have to say a number from 1 through 5, or do I have to say 0 through 5? Still new at this. I can put it near my... These are very good odds, by the way. You won't find those kind of odds anywhere else. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can make this work. This is the other thing I'm not quite used to. Oh, talking to my phone. All right, folks, here we go. Drum roll, please. See if I can do this right. I'll say 0 through 5 just in case. Because this thing can be weird, I hear. Pick a number between 0 and 5. 4. The winner is 4. Amy Boom, if you please. Who is the lucky winner? Because even I don't know, for the record. I have no idea. The suspense. I also should hold these bottles out so I can get to them later. I think I put them back. I did. Did I? No, I put them aside. Okay. They're right here. Mike Franklin. You son of a gun. Longtime supporter, longtime viewer. That seems appropriate. Mike Franklin, if you're still here, raise your hand. Do something. Do one of these. Let us know you are present and accounted for. If not, I think I know how I can get in touch with you. But we'll wait a minute or two. There's a delay. There's always a delay. Oh, Big Vic, did you try to get in? Oh, bugger. Bugger. Sweet. Trying to double check something. Ready to go. Hey, Bum, did you get Vic? I assume not. If so, I can just refund it. That way there is no harm done. All right, Mike Franklin, get in touch with me via either email, killco77@hotmail.com, or Instagram. What is my Instagram? God, I don't even know. KillCo7? Maybe? What is it? I have no idea. It's KillCo7. KillCo77, sorry. So get in touch with me either by my email, killco77@hotmail, or killco77 on Instagram. Okay, Vic, I will refund your donation because I don't want to do that to anyone ever. I know it's not much overall, but still, I don't want you to donate and not actually get a chance to win. That'd be just cruel. I got to figure out how to do this. But anyway, I'll do that in a minute. How? So there we go. The raffle went well. And again, 1 through 5, pretty good odds. Should have been 1 through 6, but it's all right. Things happened all of a sudden. Stanley Wager came on. He announced it. Are you sure, Vic? I'll take your word for it. I'll take it as a general donation. How's that? And next time, I should next time I'll plan things better. This was kind of an on-the-fly giveaway. I had an idea of what I wanted to do. But y'all let me know if you're interested. Again, there's Patreon. Special stuff happens there. And I love getting just regular donations. That does help quite a bit. Until next time, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And all of you are pretty awesome, just for the record. And I will wait until the countdown is almost over because timing. I will see all of you out there. And again, let It's Bourbon Night know I sent you. Night, everyone. Bye.